Shall I start reading the will to you?
Well, this is his will. Okay, well, let's, I suppose, cut to the end of his life.
1863. I leave and bequeath my silver watch to my eldest son, Alexander, my mathematical instruments to my son, John, and my writing desk to my eldest daughter, Elizabeth. I leave and bequeath to my 3 beloved daughters, giving £100 to each, and if one of my daughters should make an improper marriage, or marriage not approved and sanctioned by her brothers and sisters, she shall in that case forfeit at once her share of the insurance money, and whether single or married, each of my daughters' share of the said money is to be kept in the bank during her whole lifetime and in her own name, free from the control of her husband or any other party whatsoever. Are you beginning to get signals here?
It's a sort of, it's a controlling thing. He's saying,
yes.
he's, as it were, bequeathing to all of the brothers and sisters. So anyone the sister marries has to be approved by the brothers and the other sisters.
Control is the key word.
Control. But the other side of it is he's giving these women independent wealth, which is, for the time, I would imagine, liberal in a sense.
Now we come to the 5th item of the will.
Okay.
To my beloved wife personally, I cannot entrust anything, but must commit her share to the care and management of my executors and children. I'm indeed grieved to be under the necessity of adopting this course, but I do it conscientiously as the best arrangement which prudence and my sense of duty to my wife and children point out to me. I do it with grief and pain, because she has during the last 18 years previous to this date proved herself to be utterly unworthy of trust or confidence, being unfortunately addicted during this period to the vice of intemperance. Stop smiling, this is very tragic.
Oh, God.
Contracting debts without my knowledge or permission, imprudent and without any proper regard to necessary economy, generally disobedient to the admonitions, advices and directions that were kindly, faithfully given to her for her own best interest and that of her family, both by myself and also by my relatives and friends, constantly trying to evade the vigilance that has been used to prevent her from going wrong. Are you getting the message?
Well, yes, I'm getting the message. Says he did not like his wife. It's interesting that he refers to her as beloved at the beginning, and then there's not another word of evidence of that.
I know.
You've no idea the amount of admiration that has been poured on this man in my presence over the last 2 or 3 days, and suddenly...
pricked the balloon.
Absolutely, suddenly it's all to be smashed.
But let nothing which I have here stated regarding her own failings diminish in the least your filial affection and respect for your mother. Obey her in what is lawful and right, but only what is right before God. Then love, cherish and nourish your mother and keep her as comfortable as you possibly can during her lifetime, supporting her with a proper share of the property which I have given, and also with the fruits of your own honest industry. Shall we go on with the will?
No, I'm loving this.
Well, he's very nearly finished now, except, and I earnestly request that there be very little drinking at my funeral.
It was all going one way for John Forbes, for the first half of the season, and then a few bad results for him, leaving him mid-table, I'd say. Obviously he was a man of great accomplishments. He was a good Gaelic scholar. He did tremendous things in this parish. But there's clearly another side of the man. He's obviously very judgmental, and his will is extremely self-important. Whether or not his wife was an alcoholic or just, liked to drink now and again, I don't know. But maybe she was all over the place, falling over and singing songs. But even so, there's something heartless about the way she's treated in the will.